We were in Owerri. A lot of our people in Owerri said in Igbo land right now, there is a movement of young people to abandon Christianity and go back to traditional worship. And that the movement is strong. A lot of young people are leaving church to go back to shrine, to go back to idol worship, that because they don't understand this white man Jesus. They don't understand this white people Bible. They don't understand it. But at least they know that the idols in their village took care of their ancestors. They took care of their great-grandfathers. They took care of their fathers. They want to all go back to African worship.
This is Pastor Abel Damina, a well-known Christian minister, echoing a very serious warning. Young Nigerians are leaving Abrahamic religions to embrace the traditional faiths of their ancestors. What exactly is responsible for this growing shift in the religious ecosystem? Why are young Africans shunning Christianity and Islam? My name is Abisola Alawode. I'm a Christian intrigued by African spirituality, and I believe all religions can coexist. Welcome to Exploring African Spirituality. This show is an opportunity to tell stories surrounding spirituality, especially Africa's indigenous faiths. My guests and I hope to peel back the layers of things shrouded in mystery and generally discuss the place of spirituality in today's world. Like most Nigerian youths, Tosin was born into a Christian home. She went to church like other members of her family and publicly identified as a Christian. All that changed when she turned 21. She denounced Christianity and became an adherent of African traditional religion, also known as Isheshe.
Okay, I think my major problem with Christianity, I don't have a problem with Christianity, I can still go to church tomorrow, but my major, what's the word now, I don't know, is the fact that they think this is the only way in the entire world. Come on, the world is big, the universe is large, like it is endless. For you to say, it is very limiting for you to say, you know what, this is the only way. And that's why I respect Isheshe, because Ifa would not say this is the only way. You know, Ifa is just like, I can just lead you through, I can guide you through finding knowledge, wisdom about the world that you need to live your life. So for my own kind of person and my philosophy, my mindset, I think that works for me better than the very limiting one that, you know what, this is the only way in this world to, come on. I do not agree.
Pastor Enehizen and Ebose Rehoboth of the Jesus Born Men Ministries International in Abuja explains why young Nigerians seem to be embracing African traditional religion. For him, it all stems from their need for instant gratification.
You find a lot of young people these days that will tell you that they're not even going to Islam. They're going back to ATR, African traditional religion, and it's heartbreaking for we as men of God when we find people like that. And in my interaction with some of them who God has helped us with, you find that one of the major reasons why they make this decision is two-faceted. The first reason is because they feel that results are faster. That's one. Results are faster. Results in this sense, as defined by young people in generation, is what can be seen and handled. They feel like the traditional religion offers instant solution, instant results to whatever is given to it. So if somebody steals now and you take the person to a shrine, if like the person thief, if you swear and I thief, you will die now, bye, you just die now. But when you bring a thief to church, we are trying to speak plenty English and say plenty things. So a lot of young people feel like this Christianity and this Islam, we are showing people too much. Yes, the results are too slow. We say let's leave him for God. Now it's instant judgment. That's one reason. They feel like the church is too slow. But what most of them do not know, and I know this as a virtue of my time as a man of God, is that what Satan gives, let me not call it Satan now, what traditional religion promises is not often as harmless as it looks. The second reason is because of the experiences they have had with people who are supposed to be the flag bearers of these default religions like Christianity and Islam. So, and I say this with so much pain in my heart because a lot of pastors have represented Christianity in a very, very terrible light. A very terrible light. A native doctor is a native doctor. If a native doctor begins to behave in a certain way, he can die. But you have pastors with collars on their necks and they are doing things that are not lawful to be spoken about.
Oluwo Jobodorunmila, a renowned traditionalist, believes people are embracing traditional religion because Abrahamic faiths like Christianity and Islam have failed
So
them.
people are coming because Christianities and Muslims have failed them. They have seen that. You see, we have people like hundreds of years in their families. They have left what their forefathers are doing. Then they come to Christianity and doing on this. Then they start going out. Maybe they have one problem and they keep telling them, go back home, go back home. We have thousands of cases like that every day. How do you tell that kind of person that they tell, go back home, and he went back home and everything sorted out for him? What do you want to tell him? What, are you going to tell me, oh, now that the Orisha fixed your problem, you are confused, now go back? Is that what you are going to tell that kind of guy? No. He's going to put his children, and I have cases like that. They're watching me right now. I have people like that with evidence. When we initiate this man into Ifa, he brought his wife, his children, his brother. I was like, because he was so happy. It was like, okay, so this is what these people have been hiding from us. And they even understand that they are religious leaders. They are not against Isheshe. They don't just want them to know the power that holds it. Once you know, then you don't need the followers. With Isheshe, everybody can become a leader. And when you see Abrahamic faith, it always have to do with someone being the leader and the other followers. So if I'm a leader and I know the truth about something, I'm going to keep my followers from that. People are saying the truth. That is the point. If anybody say they are convinced, I'm giving them 10 years to now.
What will happen in 10 years?
And in 10 years, I've seen it. It's a revolution. It's coming. Nobody can stop it. The Orishas are coming back. Christians and the Muslims have been feeding. You see, they have been feeding on our people. They have been feeding on the people. You see, all these big churches are around, all these synagogues, the big things, billions of dollars with the saying, because I'm doing all these things. Before you start anything in Nigeria, they say, let's pray. They pray in Jesus' name or Muhammad's name, and they lie all through. So after, they pray again. Okay, do you imagine where we have Ogun at the doorstep, Shango by the corner, Ifa on the table, and they start lying? Honestly.
It's not only Christians who are leaving their religion to follow the path of their ancestors. The same thing is happening among Muslims too. Ustaz Raji Hamed Agbenogbe, a Muslim cleric and teacher, believes those leaving the fold of Islam are making a grave mistake. First, he explains that Islam is the true African religion.
And I often say that I want to seize this opportunity to correct a notion. I want to as well call it a misunderstanding. Islam is, of course, and indeed the traditional religion. Because Islam is the religion of the Prophet Adam, who happened to be the first man on earth. So if Adam, as the first man on earth, a prophet of Allah, practiced Islam as a religion, which other religion should we now regard as being traditional? So Islam is the traditional religion and the first religion on earth. Well, we are created to experience hunger in one way or the other. People in their attempt to escape hunger, they tend to leave the fold of Islam, believing that they can easily escape that if they are worshipping a deity or another thing other than Almighty Allah. Understand what is happening. They have moved out of the fold of Islam. People want absolute security. People want absolute peace. People want absolute wealth. So they now think other than how Almighty Allah has designed, has created the universe, they can get it somewhere else. And that's why they are moving in their number out of the fold of Islam. It is recorded. It is confirmed. It is everywhere. Go to social media. Go to TikTok. Go to even people within our vicinity are living the tenet of Islam for another thing. But they are making a great mistake. They can never see, they can never have whatever they want in life other than seeking it from Almighty Allah.
Pastor Rehoboth is convinced that those living Christianity for African traditional religion are not aware of the hidden consequences of their actions, and that the church hasn't done a good job in convincing youths that its focus is not just on material things.
I've seen cases that have scared me, that have made me to go back to God and tell God, help me to stay, help me to stay. Christianity doesn't offer this quick end to material gain. But traditional religion has it in excess. I am from Edo State. There's a place in my mother's village where if you go now, you will spend 3 months and return back to Lagos or Abuja, wherever you are, as a big boy. You will not put things for body. When you enter Lagos, everywhere go dey hot. How do you tell a young man that serving God is better than that? How? The church has not done a good job in educating people that church is not material. So now it is native daughters that are winning souls. Hey! There's problems out. There is wahala, serious wahala.
Pastor Rehoboth also believes that those who convert to African traditional religion are not doing so because of a deep love for the idols or gods.
The ones that go to ATR because they want to practice religion, they are not necessarily rich. Yes, I know that for a certain, because the strongest native doctors, they are in the forest, they don't own houses, they don't own cars. Yes. So how many young people have you met that left traditional religion and left everything and went to come become a Babalawo? That's why I told you that they are going there for things. They are not going there because they want to serve the idol. The stamina they don't have to serve God, they cannot have that stamina to serve an idol because it's almost the same thing. You will throw your life away. You will throw your life away completely. They are going there for things. They are not going there to necessarily serve the idol. What they are going there for is in result. Let me just get this thing and move on with my life. So that's the reason, sir.
Ustaz Raji believes that the logic that makes people worship humans as gods is at most faulty. He says Islam is the religion of humanity.
Of course, I have established earlier that what is chasing them out of the tenet of Islam is fear. Of course, they believe that there are some things they need in life that can only be gotten by moving out of Islam. And I want to tell them, I want to use this medium to tell them that there is nothing, absolutely nothing they want in life that cannot be gotten in Islam as a religion. But of course, they think moving out of Islam will guarantee what they want, their heart desire, their rank. Now I want to put it to these people, if they will be sincere, if they want to be sincere with us. Now they have moved out of the tenet of Islam. Were they able to achieve all what they desire? Have they achieved them so far, one after the other? If they do not want to be sincere with us, these people should be sincere with themselves. Have you now achieved it? Well, that is a sort of misunderstanding on our own part. We as a black people, I want to say apologies for saying this, we do not know what we want actually. Religion of our forefather. Then this will prompt us to ask, who are our forefathers? Because of course, the existing traditional religion, the existing ones now are the likes of Sango, Ogun, Oshun, Obatala, and so on and so forth. We have agreed as a Yoruba people, traditional Yoruba people, that Oduduwa is our forefather. Of course, Sango, as a typical example, was one of the Alaafins in Oyo who reigned as a king during his tenure. Oduduwa, our forefather, came before the existence of Sango. So if you now want to believe worshipping traditional, worshipping deities, if we want to believe it to be our traditional religion, the implication is that Oduduwa, who we believe and agree that is our forefather, didn't worship the traditional religion. Because of course, the Sango we are now worshipping, that we portray as a traditional religion, was not even worshipped by Oduduwa, who is even our forefather. So if you now want to believe, if you want us to accept that Islam as a religion is foreign, and the lives of Ogun, Sango, Obatala is our traditional religion, is the religion of our forefather. And this same Ogun, Sango, Obatala, Osun even happened to be the wife of Sango. Sango was one of the Alaafin of Oyo. And our forefather, undisputable forefather of the Yoruba race, is Oduduwa. Sango is one of the descendants of Oduduwa. Oduduwa came before Sango, and you want us to believe that worshipping Sango is our tradition, is the religion of our forefather, whereas Oduduwa is the progenitor of the Yoruba race. How does that join together now? We want to believe that we all came from Adam. Adam is believed to be the first man on earth. In fact, there is also a kind of notion that Adam is a black man. So if Adam is a black man and we are also black people, Adam worshiped only one God, and that is Almighty Allah. Islam is the religion of Adam. So we should have willingly accept that the religion of Adam is our traditional religion. Sango, Ogun, Obatala are all descendants of Adam, including Oduduwa, who happened to be the progenitor of the Yoruba race. So I want to seize this medium to correct the notion that all those deities are our traditional religion, but rather Islam is the traditional religion of the black race and even the white people.
Oluwo Jobodo disputes this. For him, there is nothing wrong in venerating or worshipping one's ancestor, and he would rather worship his own father who is dead than worship the ancestor of another man in the name of religion.
I'm not worshipping I'm not worshipping Oduduwa. Oduduwa is my forefather, but he's a human being like me. Do you understand? You don't worship Orisha in Yoruba land. Nobody does that. This is what you do. If I'm Oduduwa, I speak to Olodumare, right? He believes Oduduwa speak to Olodumare, right? Of course, right? There has to be spirituality. That's how Oduduwa could do something. So how do Oduduwa do that? There has to be a form of communication, right? That is Ifa. If I do everything right, I could become Orisha myself. That's the beauty. That is what I'm telling you, that everybody has a potential to become a leader in anything. Babalawo is Orisha already. Yes. Okay, let me give you something. If you want to go to Ife now, go to where they buried Baba Okun Adesijuade, the Ooni. He's now Orisha Gbengbin. That's how they worship him now. Nobody is saying they want to worship anything anywhere in the world. My father is Orisha to me. He's dead. And anytime I need help, I will go there and venerate him. I will make appeasement to him because I believe he lives his life right, and he could do things because he listened to his own and he could hear the voice of Olodumare. So once I'm dead, my children will do the same for me. So there's nothing wrong in me venerating this is why we buried our forefathers inside home, because they have to have somewhere we can call upon them. We are not Arab or Europeans that push their corpse inside forest. Our Babas are Holy Spirits. They are special. Do you understand? Their corpses are special. They are inside. So if I need help, I go there. They are more closer to Olodumare. They can always speak for me. Through the language they understand. Do you understand? That's just so when he said that, I understand it's not just ignorance, you know.
Tosi wants adherents of African traditional religion to be judged less. She wants people from other religions to be open-minded, while also asking that African traditional religion be institutionalized.
People should be open-minded, especially as a black person. Why would you demonize African spirituality for Western religions? I mean, it makes no sense. I just wish people will open their mind more. Most of the stereotypes and this is just, it's just ignorance. You know, what people don't know, they fear it. Yes, there's nothing to be scared of. Like, we are human beings. There's nothing to be scared of, and people just need to open their mind, try to know more. And one thing is, people should, as Nigerians, or I don't want to say as Nigerians, as Yoruba people especially, we should actually be pushing for Isheshe to be institutionalized, because I feel like when it is institutionalized, it will be more in the open, it will be more accessible, people can, learn more. Because I feel like the major problem is it is sort of hidden, like it is not accessible. You can't just see shrines all around or places of, so we should be looking to make them institutionalize it. Judge less is not better than I mean, Christianity and the rest are not better than this. Just judge less, be open-minded, don't castigate people that do it. When you see a pastor all suited up and you're like, oh, okay, it's cool, and you see a Babalawo dressed in his full regalia, why would you say, oh no, this is, nah? I mean, they're just human beings doing their thing and they're not affecting anybody, so judge less.
You've heard from the pastor who believes Nigerian youths are returning to traditional religions because they want instant responses to their prayers. You've also heard from the traditionalist who believes young individuals or young people are joining their fold because Abrahamic religions of Islam and Christianity have failed them. Then we have the Islamic cleric who believes Islam is the true traditional religion and that anybody practicing any other thing is not doing God's will. What do you think?